This week on the Hooters Tour with Lee Moore and Kim Briel.
The Hooters Tour is coming to you this week from beautiful Albuquerque, New Mexico. The ball flies further, and we'll have a change-up in the Naturally Fresh Foods Points Championship. Stay tuned as we'll crown a new champion at the Hooters Classic at Arroyo del Oso Golf Course.
Hi, this is Lisa from Hooters of Albuquerque. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with This Week on the Hooters Tour.
Our girls earn their wings every day.
Hooters, it's not just a restaurant, it's an adventure.
If you take fresh eggs, cream, and right off the farm fresh vegetables, add pure vegetable oil, red wine vinegar, natural honey, herbs and spices, and maybe generous amounts of aged blue cheese in just the right portions, blended under refrigeration to the peak of perfection, you'd know why we call our products naturally fresh.
We blended nature's best naturally.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of This Week on the Hooters Tour. As you take a look at some of the range of the Sandia Mountains, Kim and I want to tell you that, again, this week we're on our western swing for the Hooters Tour. We are playing in Albuquerque, New Mexico, Kim.
Albuquerque, while the guys are getting ready for round one, what we're going to do is give you a flavor of Santa Fe, which is the capital of New Mexico. And I tell you, Lee, it looks a little different than it does on the East Coast. A lot of stucco and a lot of brown.
Yeah, with all the sand and the storms and the problems they have out here, they have to have some of these kind of buildings. But they're beautiful, they're quaint, and I just want everyone to get the sense of what we got in New Mexico.
New Mexico, they call it the land of enchantment. The most enchanting thing I've found is the original trading post, which is in the center of Santa Fe. While I go inside and check out some of the deals, Lee Moore is back in Albuquerque at the start of the Hooters Classic at Arroyo del Oso Municipal Golf Course.
The Hooters Tour is going to take its furthest swing west this week. For the second year, our guys are going to take on the nearly 7,000-yard-long Arroyo del Oso Municipal Golf Course. This track offers all the challenges a player could want. A year ago, Ricky Smallridge won here. He did it by shooting 64 on the last day. These days, though, Ricky is spending most of his time on the Nike Tour. Our week's going to open here just a bit differently. The qualifier is going to add 17 players to the field to give us a strong local flavor. Now, a couple of our regulars, Kent Jones and Gary Blevins, are from the Albuquerque area, and Tim With of Albuquerque will play this week. The Pro-Am is going to be 2 days long, and Jim Hammond and his great Hooters organization are going to put on a good show for the amateurs. There's a pairings party on Monday night at Hooters on San Mateo. Now, the amateurs are going to meet their Hooters pros, and they'll talk strategy for the Pro-Am. Again, remember, this one's going to last 36 holes. And when the dust had settled on Wednesday, Rick Kramer's team had taken first place with a score of 243. That was 19 under on the first day, and then 26 under par on the second. Members of the winning team were Lanny Ross, Bob Proctor, Craig Blanchard, and Rex Enright. Congratulations to those guys. Meanwhile, Mike Foster was the low pro in the event. Mike had 2 day scores of 65 and 66. On Tuesday night, back at Hooters, it was Meet the Player Night. Now, this is a great feature for our players since the local folks are always invited to get to know the guys. And our players are from all over the world. A reminder also that when the tour comes to your area, make sure to come on out on Monday evenings and get to know the players. Here at the Arroyo del Oso Golf Course, it's about 6,000 feet above sea level. In this area, we have heard so much about the air being thinner, and it does some strange things to the golf ball.
Strange things like the ball may carry further, the players hit less club, but that doesn't mean that their scores are going to be lower, as was indicated early on in this tournament.
Yeah, it's got to be interesting when you go out there and hit the ball and all of a sudden you're hitting that 7-iron 190 yards or something like that.
That's you.
Yeah, right. Anyway, we caught up with some of the players and talked about the adjustments due to the thin air. Playing golf in Albuquerque represents a challenge for the guys from the east. We're about a mile high. What's the attitude about the altitude?
For me, at least a club or club and a half, I think. I mean, it's not so much with the shorter irons, but you start getting out there, 220, 210, they really start going. So, like I said, I'm probably gonna hit 7 here, and it's a couple hundred yards, and for me, it's usually a 4-iron. So, it's a big difference.
Being from Florida, at sea level, it's ball doesn't go as far as you like for it to be, so it goes a little bit farther, maybe half a club or so. Kind of hard to get used to it.
Was it?
A little bit.
And the wind?
Yeah, the wind doesn't affect the ball as much because of the thin air, so you don't have to worry about hitting the different clubs against the wind.
I hit a really high ball, and I'm from Farmington, which is just a little bit north, so I kind of understand the clubbing a little better here. And I've been really airmailing some shots here. Like yesterday on 12, which is a 200-yard par 3, I hit an 8-iron for about 2 feet. And
is the adjustment the opposite for you, going to sea level?
Well, I play in San Diego now, and for example, here's the best way I can tell you. 200 yards there is a good 3-iron for me in San Diego on average. Out here, 200 yards is probably a 6-iron.
It's been actually, this is nice for the guys from elevation because it's like playing at home. I think it's harder going from elevation to sea level than it is sea level to elevation. Because the ball travels so much farther here at elevation.
Is the ball traveling further always a help?
Oh, I think at times it's a hindrance, just because you get it up in the air and it just goes so far.
The bottom line, this game is still about putting, and that has everything to do with attitude and very little to do with altitude.
Coming up next, a couple of low rounds early in the week net 2 of our golfers $250 in the Naturally Fresh Foods Low Round of the Day Award. Also, see a Hooters professional drive a par 4. All that and more in just a moment.
We talked about the elevation here in Albuquerque and New Mexico, somewhere around 6,000 feet. Must have made for some interesting shots when the ball carried like it does here.
Hole number 6, you played it early in the week, and as we did a practice round, 310-yard par 4, and the guys were reaching this green, and we had some interesting shots for you to look at. This 310-yard par 4 had pros teeing it high and letting it fly. For Kirk Nelson of Hot Springs, Arkansas, it meant keeping it on line, and yes, rolling just 3 feet flag right. Perhaps feeling a bit like former Hooters professional John Daly. Kirk is hoping for an eagle, but he'll settle for a birdie. Mike Schwartz of Phoenix, Arizona, comes up just shy of driving hole number 6, but he makes a shot of the day with this. A chip in for an eagle too, and he'll tip his hat to the gallery. Todd Gleaton of Fayetteville, North Carolina, gets on our shot of the day with this putt, just off the green of hole number 6. He drains this one for a birdie 3. And Spike McRoy of Huntsville, Alabama, you make our shot of the day with this finesse shot over the bunker on hole number 6. He puts it right next to the flag, and he'll get a birdie 3. You know, Lee, I don't remember when I've had as much fun sitting on one particular hole for, an hour or so watching these great shots come in.
Yeah, I would like to have been out there with you. I can just imagine other guys hit the ball so far. A guy that does not hit it that far is Gibby Gilbert, and he had the low round of the day on Thursday, that naturally fresh bonus championship race that we're working on.
Gibby shot 9 under par, a score of 63, and he was smiling when he came off that last hole.
Which we haven't seen much this year. Anyway, that naturally fresh bonus points money, it comes as a result of order of finish, consistency, playing out here, and at the end of the year, $250,000. And so Gibby certainly got his point made today, and he got a point.
That's right, Lee. Gibby Gilbert Jr. put sides of 32-31 together for a 9 under par 63. He tied the course record that was made 20 years ago, and he'll receive the $250 for the Naturally Fresh Foods low round of the day. Our top 4 scores after round 1, along with Gibby, were Dean Pappas of Fayetteville, Arkansas, and Todd Gleaton of Fayetteville, North Carolina, both with a 65. Walter Hall of Clemens, North Carolina, had sides of 32-34 for a 66. Lan Gooch of Houston, Mississippi, finished 20th on the money list in 1994. He's looking to improve on that in 95. Friday, Lan fires a 66 to tie 5 other players for the Naturally Fresh Foods low round of the day. And Lan takes the lead after 36 holes in Albuquerque.
The guys are all talking about bad scores today. You played this morning. How much of an advantage was it?
It was a real big advantage. I mean, it made all the difference in the world. The wind blew 20, 25 miles an hour harder this afternoon and in the morning, so it's a big advantage.
Lan, when you were playing this morning and scoring the 66, did you have the feeling that's a real good score?
Not a real good score. It wasn't a real good score this morning. It was good. I mean, but it was just the fact that I got a break by playing in the morning. So it was good, but I didn't think it would be leading.
But it is. Joining Lan on top of the leaderboard after day 2 is Todd Gleaton and Mike Schwartz, both at 10 under par. Spike McRoy with his best showing so far this year. Spike is from Huntsville, Alabama, and he will be 2 back of our leader heading into day 3. It's time now to take a minute to meet 5 of our Hooters Tour professionals. And this week, it's brought to you by Bud Light.
Hi, I'm Brad Lanning. I'm from Sarasota, Florida, and I'm a member of the 1995 Hooters Tour.
Hi, I'm Kevin Gale from Lafayette, Louisiana, members of the 1995 Hooters Tour.
Hi, my name's Kim Rogers. I'm from Mooresville, North Carolina, and I'm a member of the 1995 Hooters Tour.
Hi, my name is Matt Ewing, and I'm from Seton, Illinois, and I'm a member of the 1995 Hooters Tour.
I'm Chris Anderson. I'm from West Covina, California. a member of the 1995 Hooters Golf Tour.
My name is Jennifer, and I'm from Hooters of Albuquerque. Lee and Kim will be right back with the final round highlights.
Look! Oh my gosh! It's a little chimp! Oh, he looks like a little person!
They're really not.
Look how smart he is!
They're not very intelligent, honey. They're dopey.
Look at him!
We have a dummy on our hood. Oh, where's he going?
For the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light.
And now, Valley of the Apes.
Fellow Americans, recently it's been reported in the national media that I am preoccupied with Hooters. I wish to state for the record that I have not been sneaking out in the middle of the night and going to Hooters. Reports that I have been seen eating a big plate of nearly world-famous chicken wings are simply not true. It's just another attempt to discredit the policies of this administration. Thank you.
Saturday's going to be a big day for a gunslinger from Fayetteville, North Carolina. A 4-shot lead's opened up in this tournament.
Saturday, and the man from Fayetteville, North Carolina is going to take command. It's just a matter of time until Todd Gleaton gets to the winner's circle. Gleaton, a product of North Carolina State's golf program where he was an All-American, gets things started right in the third round. He's playing with second-round leader Lan Gooch. At the first hole, Gleaton quickly gets to 11 under for the tournament and 1 under for the day with this birdie. Gooch is going to do the same. He's now at 12 under par. One of the guys that Gleaton's going to have to look out for is the Terminator. Big Mike Schwartz of Phoenix, Arizona gets to 11 under on his first hole of the day. Another guy who is going to be testy before Sunday is Mike Foster. Foster of Vacaville, California gets to 9 under at the first hole with this birdie. Spike McCroy of Huntsville, Alabama is becoming one of the most consistent players out here. McCroy at number 1. This birdie puts him 3 behind the leaders at 9 under par. Gooch cannot keep up the pace on this day. A bogey at number 6, and today he'll post an even par score, and that's not going to help. He's now at 12 under, but he's going to finish Saturday 11 under, and that's 5 shots in back of the leader, Gleaton. And how about Todd? At 15, he's going to make birdie on the par 5. This puts him at 15 under par. For good measure, Gleaton's going to get to 16 under at the par 4 17th.
The 17th hole, I had about 75 yards, hit a 3/4 sand wedge in there about 6 feet, and made a nice putt for a birdie to go 6 under for today.
That birdie for Todd's going to put 4 shots between himself and the field as Saturday's play concludes.
The difference was, I think, on 2 par 3s on the backside, I got up and down for pars, and then I made a nice birdie on 17 and also on 15.
After 54 holes of play at the Hooters Classic, Todd Gleaton takes a 4-stroke lead on the field at 16 under par. Terrence Miskell of Fort Worth, Texas, tied for the Naturally Fresh Foods low round of the day with a 64. Rich Parker had the other 64. Along with Michael Foster of Vacaville, California, and Mike Schwartz of Phoenix, all 3 are tied at -12. The other names in the top 10 include Walter Hall and Lan Gooch, both in at 205. Rich Parker, Dean Pappas, Craig Perks, and Brian Gorman are 6 back. As we turn another page in our Hooters Tour scrapbook, we focus on a veteran Hooters Tour player who didn't begin golf until he got in college. This week, it's Jeff Thorson, and he's our Jackaroo player profile.
Jeff Thorson of Jacksonville did not follow the normal route to life as a professional golfer. Yes, his dad did get him a set of clubs at a tender age, and yes, he had heard about the sport growing up. He did make an occasional appearance at the golf course. Golf really hit Jeff when he got out of high school. It was one time when he was watching a friend who was playing well.
The late start was a challenge, and quickly, Jeff was doing well. He was making some news also close to his home in Jacksonville, but still, he was thinking more about life as a bank executive. Now, after 3 years out here and a lot of frustration, Jeff is playing extremely well. In fact, he's been playing the best of his career.
I've worked with Mike Blackburn a lot of my swing. I think my swing right now is as good as it's ever been. I've worked mentally on being patient, and I think right now I'm playing the best I've played, and mentally I think I'm letting it happen.
For Jeff, again, it has been just a matter of letting it happen out on the golf course, one shot at a time. Now, he was in a position to win at Atlanta earlier this year. He won the shootout at Bastrop, and he was a big factor at Natchez. Winning an event may be just a matter of time for Jeff.
You know, and I tell you how I look at winning. I work with a sports psychologist, Deborah Graham, and she was telling me that you measure your performance on top tens because the best player doesn't always win every week. You know, the guy may have a tougher tee times or tougher conditions or just not have the right breaks. She said if you're playing well enough to finish top 10, it's always been a success. And I look at any time I finish in top 10, I've played good that week. And I look at it, if I have a chance to win, that's a good week.
Right now for Jeff, playing on the Hooters Tour is just exactly where he's supposed to be.
Until I'm really competitive out here, I'm supposed to be out here. I mean, the last thing I want to do is go to the PGA Tour and not be prepared. So I just look at everything as a stepping stone. You know, this is just a process. You know, you don't go to work and become the CEO in 2 years.
Jeff counts PGA Tour player Mark McCumber among his friends. The two share the same teacher back in Jacksonville, and they have practiced together. Jeff has complete admiration for McCumber and how he goes about his game.
Tell you something about Mark that you know, when I'm fortunate I get to practice with him on occasion, you know, because we both work with the same teacher. And the more I sit there and I watch him hit balls, he becomes more impressive. But his attitude is so good. I think what Mark does is so well is he gets the most out of his game.
And that's a motto that Jeff Thorson is trying to live and work by. Jeff Thorson, an outstanding player, and I don't think it's going to be too long until you find him in the winner's circle on our tour. Now, it's time for the final round. Todd Gleaton goes in with a 4-shot lead. Let's go out on the golf course and find out what's going to happen on Sunday.
Go Todd!
Miskell, Foster, and Swartz. 3 players 4 strokes back of third-round leader Todd Gleaton. Swartz has been knocking hard this season, looking for his first win. Swartz will eagle hole number 6, and his 2 moves him to 16 under par. Swartz birdies again at the par 3 9th hole. He makes yet another birdie at the par 5 15th hole. Mike shoots 66, and he'll finish in 2nd place. Michael Foster had a chance. He picks up a birdie early, here at the par 5 1st hole. He'll birdie the 310-yard par 4 6th hole. And he'll take a birdie at hole number 7. After 3 straight 68s, Mike shoots a disappointing 70, and he'll finish in a tie for 7th. Then there was Terrence Miskell of Fort Worth, Texas. He birdies number 1. Now at 13 under, he birdies 3 of the first 6 holes, getting to 15 under par.
On number 3 here, I had 173 yards in, a little right to left wind. Just wanted to hit a little 7-iron out to the right and let it come back, and I hit a real good shot, and it landed, looked like pretty close and spun back. Looked like it was about 6 feet, and got up there, and it was, and had a nice little 6-footer that broke a little bit, and I made it for a birdie.
Terrence will birdie hole number 7. That moves him to 16 under par. And he'll birdie number 15. 17 under, though, is the best he'll do. He'll finish in a tie for 5th. The man we've heard so much about this week is Todd Gleaton of North Carolina. Gleaton had rounds of 65, 69, 66, giving him a 4-stroke lead heading into Sunday. Gleaton played steady golf, holding on to his position. This birdie at 15 pushed him to 21 under par, where he coasted on in to win this week by 3 strokes.
I just try to take shot by shot and hole by hole. I talked to my teacher last night, L.B. Floyd, and basically he said, don't worry about what the other guys are doing. Just go out there and play shot by shot and do your own thing. If you win, fine. If you don't, you gave it 110%.
Final results in Albuquerque. Again, the champion, Todd Gleaton of Fayetteville, North Carolina. Mike Swartz has his second place finish this year. He'll pick up $8,500. Craig Perks and Brian Gorman with a nice showing. Land Gooch and Terrence Miskell on the board in New Mexico. Some other names you might recognize. Michael Foster, who finished second here last year.
When we come back, we're going to check out who's leading in the money department, and we're going to show you that big Naturally Fresh Points Championship race. And also, Kim and I are going to bid a farewell to this beautiful part of the country.
My barbecue sauce has the big, bold taste that really makes barbecue taste great. Barbecue sauce.
That's not barbecue sauce. This is barbecue sauce.
Jackaroo barbecue sauce. Big taste from a big place.
So, Kim, we end our furthest point west for the Hooters Golf Tour here in Albuquerque, and again, it's been a great week. The people here have just been tremendous.
Tremendous, and you know the players really enjoy coming out to Albuquerque, and I hope they had a chance to go shopping at the old Trading Post in Santa Fe.
Yeah, that was a great trip for us to go up there. And as we get ready to say goodbye here, we want everyone to remember to check that Bonus Points Championship race, a big Naturally Fresh race, and also check out our money leaders. Again, I'm Lee Moore along with Kim Brill. Thanks for joining us this week on the Hooters Tour.
This Week on the Hooters Tour is brought to you in part by Hooters Restaurants, by Bud Light, naturally fresh, preservative-free salad dressing, sauces, and dips, and by Jackaroo Barbecue Sauce, big taste from a big place.